Hello guys, I just want to share my thoughts regarding what a computer science engineering student should do at college, and I am Vamsi and welcome to this video. So before going further, I just want to categorize few things. So first, student. So I have categorized students in three parts. Student which want to get employed after their BTech degree, the students which want to do further education, probably research kind of thing, and other category student is someone who want to start their own business to be an entrepreneur. And college categories are tier 1 colleges, which are IITs and IITs. Three words are come under this tier 1, and tier 2 are the deemed universities, and tier 3 are the colleges, local colleges. So this video is moreover centric to the students who want to get employed, and the students who are from the tier 3 colleges, because the tier 1 and tier 2 colleges, they get a huge number of opportunities, so that with the skills they develop, they can grab the opportunities. But for a tier 3 college students, it's difficult to get opportunities. So, and this video I just want to talk how they what they have to do in a college to get more opportunities. Now let me put out the reasons why things are going the wrong way, because most of the students out there, they doesn't have a clear idea how industry works, what industry wants, and they lack the clarity on what to do. So basically the lack of clarity leads to focusing on some more irrelevant technologies. Like suppose if you take artificial intelligence or blockchain or robotics or IoT, these technologies which industry doesn't actually adopt in a large scale, they're being under research for a long time. Because if you are focusing on that relevant technology and you're not going to land up a job in 2 to 3 years, just keep in mind this one thing: if you're studying second year in your college, that you have only 2 years to get a job, right? So now if you're focusing on something like a technology which is going to adopted by industry after 30 years, what's the use of for you to focus on that technology? Because that basic misunderstanding and focusing on irrelevant technologies are what most of the people are doing wrong. So for sorting out this problem, what I have did is I have categorized the skill set into three parts: adopt skill set, and core skill set, and the trial skill set. Let me explain what these skills categories are based on. Category adopt is the skill set which you have to develop to get you opportunities. Yes, once you get an opportunity, these core skills are used for you to grab that opportunity. Let me explain what these skill set these all categories of skill set contain. First of all, then the trial skill set are something you have to get a bit idea or just get familiar with the tech skill set. That doesn't want you to expertise in that, but industry always looks for the skill set of a student who possesses these adopt skill sets. Understood? So before going into the further explaining me adopt skill sets, I just want to explain you what are the core skill sets are. You guys already know what are the core skill sets are, because the core skill sets are something like programming, competitive programming, doing competitive programming, algorithms, algorithmic knowledge, these data structures, good at programming language, all these databases, computer organization, operating systems, compilers, these all skills come under core, right? This every industry checks in a candidate, are they good at core skills? But for you to get an opportunity, you should and must have this adopt skill set. Because let me give an example on this. Consider yourself as a recruiter, and you're going to start a bookstall business. So consider you as a recruiter, and you have two resumes came to your table. One resume listed that he has a bookish knowledge, and he is a bookish worm. He already read a lot of novels and all. And there is other guy who has mentioned that he's good at mechanics and he good at repairing vehicles and all. So what guy you will prefer? Obviously the guy who is bookish and who read more novels, who, right? So this is what adopt skills will. Industry always looks the candidates who have relevant skill sets. So in this video, I mean the further video, I will show you what exactly are the adopt skills we have to explore. So before going to further that thing, so the first and foremost thing you have to do is you have to check what are the roles that exist in the industry. What are the roles that exist in the industry which actually give you more opportunities? So let this load. Yeah, this is the official Stack Overflow survey conducted by some professional developers. First, let's go and check what are the developer roles available out there. So if you see here, the developer backend role, the developer full stack, the developer front end role, which are actually a lot of people working on working on them. So mobile app developer, DevOps specialist. So first and foremost thing, you have to select what role you will be focusing on. You can select multiple roles because everything is interlinked. Backend is interlinked with full stack. These three are interlinked. So the DevOps specialist is interlinked to all the technologies out there, and mobile developer can be integrated with backend developer. So first and foremost thing you have to focus is what role you will be taking up. See, if you see here, say the data scientist or machine learning specialist. So if you focus on 3 years of your engineering on machine learning and data science, and you have only 8.1% of opportunities, and though you are from a tier 3 college, so it will be very difficult for you to get an opportunity if you select this role. So select a role which actually brings you more opportunities, right? And now let's see what, after selecting this role, what you have to do is you have to go and check what are the technologies out there which actually most employees most companies are using. Let's see professional developers what they have. So most popular programming and scripting languages are this. See, if you see the professional developers are marked that JavaScript is the most popular language, SQL language is the most popular language for database management, and Python as scripting language. See, if you have seen here the most wanted and dreaded and loved one, if you go and check the most wanted languages, and Python stands first. And then goes JavaScript, Go on TypeScript. So if you are focusing on something a role like this, backend or full stack or mobile, then you have to select a relevant wanted web frameworks. If you just go to unwanted. So if you have selected a role something like backend or full stack or front end, the most wanted web framework is React.js, and next comes the Vue.js. So these are tech you have to select and work upon. Don't waste time on learning some easy stuff, right? Get your hands dirty on these technologies. And if you have seen this other libraries, right? You have seen here for a role of backend or front end or full stack development, Node.js is something which is very popular. And if you selected some role like data scientist or machine learning expert, TensorFlow is something TensorFlow is the tool which is very relevant to learn, and React Native comes for mobile development, and Flutter is also for mobile development. Based on the role you have selected, you have to select these technologies. So the first thing so these all comes under the adopt technologies which you have to work upon, build projects and do stuff, right? So right, you can check this survey, it's very useful. I will leave this link in the description as well. It all comes under adopt technologies. So what are the core technologies? I already mentioned them. right? So what are these trial technologies means? Industry doesn't want you get expertise on this kind of technologies, but you have to have an idea on them, right? You getting an idea on some technology is always good, right? So let us see now what are the do's and don'ts you have to do. What you have to do is you have to build projects and upload them on web. See, if you are especially from a tier 3 companies, the opportunities you will be getting is very, very, very low. So what you have to do is do build projects, do freelancing or any kind of stuff like that. Upload them on web. Use Twitter, use Instagram, also use GitHub as well. So tag people. There are a lot of people out there looking for potential candidates. Tag them and upload your projects. So contributing to open source. So if you do something like contributing to open source, this will add like in your resume that you already have experience on real time projects, right? This will show people that you already worked on some real time projects. Follow industry trends. As I already showed the survey, Stack Overflow survey. So you have to follow the trends. What are the technologies we have to learn? What are the things which are actually going in industries? And don't waste money on your internships by just attending. So if you just attending some internships and workshops out there with lots of money, thousands of rupees, and if you are going to upload that certificate in your resume, believe me that doesn't add any kind of value for your profile. And don't procrastinate, just learn everything, just learn things every day without wasting your valuable time. Thank you. I think I have covered what I want to tell for now. I don't know, maybe some other time when I get some time I would like to share my other thoughts as well. So check description for the contact me for any help on that.